Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Social Science Mantra. In last video we have started the chapter Social Justice of class 11 Political Science. There we discussed the difference between justice and social justice. So students, I hope that the meaning of social justice is clear to all of you. Now today's topic is principle of justice. So the meaning of social justice, if it is clear, so we are moving on to what are the principle of justice, social justice. So the first principle is equal treatment for equals. Now, what is the meaning of this principle? That if we all are human beings, if we all are equal, the treatment should be equal to all. Okay? So this principle suggests that certain rights should be given to all the individual as they share the certain characteristics. Okay? They all are sharing the same characteristics, so they should enjoy certain rights, certain opportunities in equal terms. So what kind of rights should be granted? Civil rights should be given to people. Civil rights include right to life, that every individual is having right to life and personal liberty, and right to property, that no one should confiscate our property. If we own certain property, this is our right, this is civil rights. Then in society, if we all are human beings, we are sharing the common homeland, then we should get this equal rights. We all are equal in terms. Secondly, we should be given right to vote, political rights, that all the individual in all democracies, it is a principal right that right to vote should be given to all the adult member of society, and it is required that without the right to vote we cannot participate. We cannot participate in decision making process, in government making process. So we require this right to vote, then only we can be the part of government making and we can be the part of nation building. As well, social rights, right to enjoy equal opportunities. The provisions, equal opportunities should be given to all the citizens of that nation, all the people of that country. Okay, so according to this, all these rights should be granted to all the individual as per the principle of equal treatment for equals. One more part here we need to discuss, that no discrimination should be based on gender, on caste, on class, on religion. Okay, what kind of discrimination? If we are discriminating two different caste people, one is belonging to higher caste, one is belonging to lower caste. If we are discriminating, okay, and both are doing the same work, same amount of hard work they are putting in, then we cannot discriminate. What should be needed? The person should be judged on his work and actions, merit. A person should be judged on his merit, his talent, his work, his actions. Okay? Not according that a person, a child who has taken birth in the family of a doctor, he should be treated like a doctor. No. It depends on how he act in the society, what are his actions. So his actions and his work tell about his personality. Okay? So basically what should be judged? Actions and work. Basically we can say merit. A person should not be judged on birth, but it should be judged on merit or talent. Okay, let's take an example. Suppose we know that male CEO and female CEO, there is a difference in the salaries. Okay, because of the gender discriminations. And you have seen in the Bollywood as well, male actor get more salary than to a female actress. Okay, the same amount of work, the same amount of hard work they put in, the acting level is the same amount of acting level as well, but still there is a difference in salaries. Okay, not only in salaries, in everywhere. In sports also you have seen the discrimination, sport quota also, the sport popularity. Female cricket is not that much popular that is men cricket. Okay, so this kind of discrimination should not be there. If all are doing the same amount of work, same amount of action, then they should not be differentiated and they should not be discriminated, but they should be treated equally for equals. So this principle of justice says that every individual is having a right to treated equally in the society. Okay. Now the second principle is proportionate justice. So okay, there are certain situations, there are certain circumstances where we cannot provide equal opportunities, where we cannot provide equal rights as well as equal treatment. Okay, you must be wondering that here we are discussing about equal treatment, but here we are talking about that treating everybody equal may be unjust. Sometimes treating everybody may be unjust. Okay, let's take a good example that have been given in your NCERT as well. Suppose in your class all the students are awarded the same marks, but only two have done hard work, two have written their answers well, their quality of answer is too good, but still every child in your class is getting the same marks. Is it justified? Of course no. That if every child in present who is attending the question paper, who is attempting the question paper, they are getting the same marks, it will be unjustified, because there is a difference of talent, there is a difference of skills, there is a difference of efforts put in by that particular child. Okay, so what should be the criteria? Criteria should be that justice means rewarding people in proportionate to skills, in proportionate to quantity of their effort. Okay, in proportionate to their quantity, in proportionate to their skills and the efforts put into that particular task. Okay, so what should be the criteria? Skills, hard work, dangers involvement. Now the dangers. We know in our society minors. Let's take an example. Minor, those who are working in mining field, okay, as well as policemen, are they getting the same reward? Okay, because their hard work is much far better than the others. They are putting more hard work, farmer is putting more hard work. Are they getting the same reward as it is being given to a person who is sitting in a AC room, okay, operating from there? Are they doing the same amount of physical work? No. But that is why this proportionate justice is what? That justice means rewarding people in proportionate to the scale and quantity of their effort. Then only we can say social justice is being done. Everyone, if will be treated equally, then it will be again unjustified, because someone has done greater work, someone have not done any work. Okay, so there is a difference. Okay, so this difference should be highlighted, that then only the reward should be given. Those who are working hard, they should be rewarded. Those who are not working hard, they should be punished as well. They should not be given such kind of reward. Then only they will be motivated, then only they will do more hard work. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. So this is the second principle of proportionate justice. Now one more principle we have, that recognition of special needs. Recognition of special needs. Principle 1, equal treatment. Principle 2, proportionate justice in proportion to their skill and quantity of their efforts. Now third principle is recognition of special needs. Let's discuss. So third principle is recognition of special needs. Now, as we know that everyone treated equals in the society, sometimes in some certain circumstances it can be unjust, that we have discussed in the second principle, proportionate justice. Now there are the people, there are the situations where we have to give a respect to deserved people. Now deserved people, those who require special attention, those who are not equal like others, okay, they should be treated especially. Okay, so who come in that special category and who require and respect and who deserve that special treatment? Let's discuss that. Promoting social justice in terms of their basic status and rights. So the people should be treated in terms of their basic status and rights, including the people physically disabled, those who are physically handicapped, those who are physically disabled. They need special attention in the society. They are not equal like other those who are fully fit and fine. They need special attention, they need special needs, and certain rights are there where they get more provision, where they are just to uplift them, just to boost up their morale. We need to provide them certain rights. The people those who are having lack of access to good education and health care. Okay, undernourished children, undernourished people, malnutrition, they are the people those who are food insecure because of lack of nutrition, lack of food access. They are the people, the number percentage of population that is illiterate. They require special needs just to promote education among them, just to promote healthcare facilities among them. We need to boost up all these facilities, we need to provide them special rights. As well as deprived of minimum standard of living. What comes into the minimum standard of living? Education, health, food. Okay, so these are the minimum standard of living. Even the shelter. Okay, clothing, shelter, food. Earlier these were the three categories. Now education is also added. Okay, education is also added into the minimum standard of living. So then only the person will feel that he is also the part of society where everyone should be treated equally, because those unequals should be given a proper adequate respect. Okay, backward caste people, SC, ST, OBC, SEBC, socially educationally backward classes, other backward classes, socially scheduled tribe classes, scheduled caste classes. So all these people should also be included into this treatment, special treatment, as well as marginalized sections, marginal farmers, those who are landless farmers. Some are landlords, some are those who are having the land, they are not coming to this category, they are not coming to this category. But the people, what about them? Those who do not own their own land, those who are landless farmers, those who are casual workers, those who are daily wage earners, there are marginalized sections. As you know that this COVID-19, they are most victimized. Okay, so marginalized sections and all these sections that we discussed just now, they need proper treatment and proper social justice in terms of their basic status and rights. Unequal, they should be considered unequal in the society and they deserve different treatment. Okay, let's take an example. So we need that a visually, for example, in your class, a child who is visually impaired student, can we give the same amount of time to finish the paper, finish the question paper as we are giving the other student? 3 hours is what CBSE give. The CBSE give the prescribed timing is 3 hours to complete that question paper. Now, if can we provide the same timing to that visually impaired student? Of course no. He needs more time to finish that paper because he is visually impaired, he is physically disabled. Okay, a person who walks only, he also needs the same amount of time, 3 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours, 40 minutes, 4 hours. Okay, even you know that in various malls nowadays ramp has been made. For whom it has been made? Just to provide the facility to those disabled person, physically handicapped person. So they also have right to access those beautiful malls and beautiful places. That is why only these ramps and all are built up there. Okay, as well we can see the people, the women, those who are also not treated equally in different space, even in the parliament. Okay, women reservation bill have been introduced. Because of that only now the women can be the part of parliament, and the particular percentage is justified that they will get 33% of reservation in parliament seats. The most reserved seats they have, it is in local government, where the 1/3 seats are already reserved for them. Now it has been same implemented for the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha as well. So all these people, all these sections that I am talking about, they are unequals in the society and they need special needs. We cannot say that equal treatment for equals. Then why we are giving the special attention? Because they require, because they deserve. That is why I have a very important topic. Why reservation is also part of equality? Why in constitution it has been considered as a part? Reservation to government jobs, reservation to academic institutions, education institutions is given to SC people, to ST people, to OBC. Why? Because equality does not only mean being equal. Equality means equality of status. Equality of status, equality of opportunities. That all the people in society, they should get equality of opportunity and equality of status. Then only they will be the part of equal society. Then only we can say it is a just society where everyone is treated equally. Okay. So here we need to understand the reservation was given to those SC, ST, OBC classes by Bhimrao Ambedkar. The most important reason was just to uplift those societies who has been victimized since a long time. Okay. So just to provide some facilities to them, just to provide some relief to them, just to boost their morale and just to uplift those society, those sections, this reservation facility was introduced. Okay. So all this is related to the recognition of special needs. So student, I hope that all these three principles, equal treatment for equals, proportionate justice and recognition of special needs, it is clear to all of you. In next video, we will continue this chapter. Till then, revise the whole content, okay? And write down the important point. If you feel that this is important, write down them in your notebook. Thank you.